What is going on, guys? It's Wednesday. It's time. This time all about autocockers and my thoughts on the Empire Resurrection, tips on building autocockers, and why anyone would want an autococker over these new high-end mechanical guns. This question was sent by Mike via Instagram. Thoughts on the Empire Resurrection. I would like to get a high-end autococker, but don't want it to cost an arm and a leg. I like the Resurrection. Really, ever since the Resurrection's release, we're gonna go with like 4-ish years ago. I really like the thing. I think the biggest problem with the Resurrection was it might have been released a little bit too early. At the time, autocockers were sort of coming back. Now we're in this like full-on autococker mania phase. So I think the Resurrection is a excellent gun. I think maybe just released a little bit too early. Resurrection's made pretty good. Like, they're easy to time. They come with a good 3-way, a good inline regulator, good LPR. They're just kind of good guns all around. One of my favorite things about the Resurrection definitely has to be the trigger frame. One of the drawbacks to autocockers is you can short stroke them pretty easy. Short stroking is when you don't pull the trigger all the way and the gun doesn't perform correctly. With the Resurrection's trigger frame, it's really easy to shoot the thing and not short stroke it. The trigger just wants to like fall back and like fall forward, so it's really easy to shoot. Trigger is super snappy, and I really like them. The other cool thing that I really like about the Resurrections is the 6-piece barrel kit it comes with. So it comes with 5 barrel backs and that one tip, making a 14-inch barrel. So those 5 backs are gonna give you 5 different bore sizes. So you're really not gonna need any more barrels ever. Those 5 sizes should pretty much have you covered for any paint you wanna shoot. The Resurrection was also designed by Simon Stevens. Simon Stevens owns Inception Designs. He's the man behind like the Predator autocockers, those flea cockers, all the really cool autococker stuff coming from Inception. So Simon designed this Empire Resurrection for Empire when he worked with them. And then he left Empire to make his own brand, Inception Designs. Resurrections are cool. I think they're a very good price for a brand new, pretty good autococker with that really cool barrel kit. So go for it, buy Resurrection. Juan asks, do you have any tips for someone building an autococker for their first time? So for those of you guys not familiar with autocockers are paintball guns that first kind of hit the scene in the early 90s. And they have a lot of moving parts and different little pieces. So you gotta buy a body and a frame and a bolt and pneumatics and hoses and valves and all kinds of stuff. And then Juan is going to assemble it and wants to know if I have tips. So my main tip is probably gonna be contact somebody who's done it before. So if you have a friend, maybe know somebody close by, they can come to your house, maybe you can go to their house, maybe you could do it together, meet in real life, and maybe get some assistance building the thing. But if that's not your situation, maybe you don't have anyone close to you that can help you build one, there are a lot of videos online that can show you walk through the whole process of putting the body together, building a frame, putting the valve in, all kinds of stuff. I'll put a bunch of video links in the description below. I'd also definitely recommend going slow. Like, if you're gonna watch those videos, read how to time the things and then do it all alone. Just take your time. Maybe watch the video multiple times, read multiple times, just so you don't screw stuff up. With autocockers, there are so many variations. There are tons of bodies and frames and trigger plates and valves and all kinds of stuff. So going slow will make sure you don't damage stuff by just not winging it. Timing cockers is kind of a difficult thing though. Because even though you could watch all the videos and like read everything and, you know, do it just how they did by turning something here and adjusting something here, it still might not work. While cockers are a science, right? Stuff has to be set correctly. It's kind of an art as well. There's definitely like a feel and a sound and like some physical feedback you're getting from the gun letting you know you're doing it correctly. And it's really hard to articulate those things in words. It's simple to show someone in person like, this is how it should feel or this is how it should sound. That's why I said I recommend someone that's done it before, like maybe getting some assistance in real life to build the thing. That's not to mean you can't do it though. Just go slow and try to consume as much material on building cockers as you can. Ethan Rockford asks, I don't understand why people are so crazy about autocockers. If you wanted a mech, wouldn't it make more sense to get something like the Shocker CVO? Yeah, there's no question that if you just want performance, for sure, buying something like the CVO or G-Mech is for sure a better option than a cocker. I mean, they're lighter, smaller, for sure easier to fix, less maintenance, and just easier to use all around. Autocockers have a lot of little things and bits, and everything has to be working and timed correctly, just like I explained in that previous question. And over time, you can kind of get a little bit out of time, and then the guns don't work as well. That's never going to happen with a CVO and a G-mech. One of the things cockers do better though than like that CVO or G-mech is they have a much quicker lock time. The lock time is the amount of time that it takes the paintball to start moving once you pull the trigger. So you pull the trigger, then the ball starts moving, that's the lock time. Cockers are really fast. So what that means is the gun just feels more responsive and a little bit more snappy when you're shooting the thing. And also that lock time could help increase accuracy a little bit. So the faster the ball can come out of the barrel when you pull the trigger, the better, because it's gonna get less affected by your movements. I forgot if less or more there. Definitely, the ball's definitely affected less, not more. The main draw for autocockers, especially for me, and I say most of people using them, is nostalgia. So when I started playing paintball, 2000, 2002-ish, right in that time span, people were using autocockers. They were slowly fading away, definitely losing market share to like Angels and Intimidators, but they were still popular. And me using a cocker kind of takes me back to that time, reminds me of when I started playing paintball when I was younger, and it was just a different game. So using cockers is just kind of fun for me. But you're right, if I wanted just all out performance, it'd probably be CVO or G-mech. And I kind of feel both of those. I think that if I was all into mech, I'd have two, right? I'd probably have one of those better performing guns, and then I'd probably also have a cocker for those fun, just like, I don't know, rec style days where I'm not super serious. That's all I got for you. Lots of cocker questions. I think in these coming paintball question times, I'm definitely gonna be like trying to focus on specific topics rather than going all over the place. So like last time, I think we talked about paintballs. This time autocockers. Maybe next time we'll talk about, I don't know, tanks or something, I don't know. We'll figure it out. That's paintball question time though. If you wanna come by tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Thursday nights is when we do live streams here on this channel.